Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nayri, also known as Wedding Fashion Expert. This week, we are talking about what the dollar buys you when it comes to wedding dresses. Before we dive into this week's topic, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, drop a line below if you have any questions or any type of videos you'd like me to create for you. I am here for you, guiding you along the way leading up to your special day. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. I am so honored that you have found me. I am, of course, a wedding fashion expert, stylist, buyer, and wear so many different hats here at LOVELLA Bridal, located in Los Angeles, California. For daily content, please be sure to follow us on Instagram at LOVELLA Bridal, at LOVELLA Plus, and at Wedding Fashion Expert. On TikTok, be sure to follow us at LOVELLA Bridal and at Wedding Fashion Expert. This week's topic was requested by a subscriber. Samantha wrote in asking, can you do a video on what the dollar buys you in bridal? Is there actually a quality difference from $3,000 to an $8,000 dress? I am going to break this down for you in this video. I am going to be trying on different dresses, different designers, and giving you a price range of each dress just so you can understand the different styles, the different fabrics, and where the dollar really goes and what it buys you. I will be right back with our first dress. At LOVELLA Bridal, our dresses start at around $2,500 and go up from there. Now we do have dresses around $2,000 and some that are slightly under $2,000. The reason why we say $2,500 is because that is where the bulk of our selection begins. Prices on wedding dresses are determined by the material, the fabric, and the hours, days, months of time that goes into manufacturing a dress. A dress like this that has beading up top, it can vary in price for multiple reasons. The beading could be hand done, it's going to be more expensive. Or is this beading a piece of fabric that they just need to assemble on the bodice? Night and day worth of labor. Now, to our eyes, depending on how refined of an eye you have, you may notice or you may not. The beauty is in the eye of the beholder. This gown here is just around $2,000. It is it's amazing value for what you get. You're getting lots of fabric, a full skirt, a beaded bodice, feels beautiful and has great support. All of our dresses do. We're super picky here at LOVELLA Bridal. If we don't feel that the quality, the fit, and the way it feels is up to par, we nix it out. So any of the designers that we represent, we fully believe in and love their designs. If we didn't love their designs or trust working with them, they would not be in our store. So a dress like this, you might be asking, how can something like this cost around $2,000? The bottom line is this is a polyester blend of material. This is a piece of fabric that is just put together versus being hand beaded and hand sewn. So it's more of the logistics that go behind the manufacturing and the quality of the fabric. That doesn't mean it's a good or a bad dress. It's just preference. And in order for costs to be reduced, there has to be compromises and things. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's merely preference. If we thought that this dress was not a beautiful quality dress, we would not have it in store. It's also very important to us to have a wide range of selection and various different price points so that you, as the bride, can try these different dresses on. You feel the difference for yourself and you decide what is the best and most suitable look, style, quality for you. Our dresses, again, are amazing quality because if they weren't, we would not have them. This dress also has pockets, which is also a fun little bonus to have to hide your lipstick or things like that. I'm going to put on other dresses right now that kind of mimic the look of this. You're going to see the way on camera it visually looks differently and what the different prices of them are. Let's get into the next dress. Here we have a dress just under $3,000. It comes with these detachable tulle ruched long sleeves and of course the button detail. So many people may be looking at this dress and saying, well, this has less embellishment and detail. It should cost less. That's not a marker. The amount of beading or no beading does not have the value of the cost, right? The fabrics are different, the fabric cost is different, and also the labor that goes into it. So this, of course, does have sleeves. This gown does have a slit for a bride who wants to have a little peekaboo of the leg. Of course, if that was not your jam and you're not interested in showing leg and you loved this dress, you could of course have your seamstress sew it shut so that it is all one skirt all the way around. This dress also has buttons that go all the way down the back, so there is button detail there, and there's a corset low back as well. So there is little details in this dress that the previous dress did not have, and let's move on to the next style to compare style versus pricing as well. Here is our next dress. Of course, all three so far have had pockets, which is always really, really fun. This gown is around $6,000, and I'm going to explain why. All of the draping on this dress is hand done. It is a silk fabric, so the quality of the fabric is a higher grade. Again, just because it's a higher grade doesn't mean that it's better or worse than the others. It just is a preference. So if you are someone that wants a natural silk dress and that's important to you, or you like the way the fabric feels and that's important to you, this is a phenomenal dress to consider. Another really beautiful element about this dress and why the price is what it is it does not have a side seam. So as I turn to the side, this fabric has been draped all the way around in the bodice and goes to be zipped up, goes straight into the zipper. There's no side seam, no interruption. It is fluid all the way around. And every single button that is on this dress is hand done. So they take the fabric and they wrap it over. It is not mass manufactured buttons that just get sewn on. Each button is handmade and then hand sewn on. So lots of attention to detail into this particular design, and more hours are spent on making this dress, not to mention the fabric. One more surprise that this dress has is a little leg peekaboo like the last one, and it has beautiful lace detail in this insert as well. So again, this could obviously be made without the slit. This is definitely a fun little moment and surprise that people would not anticipate or expect. I have had brides in the past where they have put little buttons, so little snaps to keep the slit closed during the ceremony, and unsnapped the buttons. They did this in alterations, unsnapped the buttons for the reception and danced the night away in this cute little slit to show a little leg moment, and of course a beautiful shoe to go with it. Let's transition into the next look. Here we have a more fitted dress with so it actually has a sparkle tulle layer underneath and an overlay with all of this intricate floral detail, beading. It's got some crystal. It's really, really beautiful, and this dress is just over $5,000. Now, you could achieve this look for less, definitely. However, you are going to have less appliques, less details, and a different type of sparkle fabric. So you can obviously accomplish various looks at different price points. It's just going to have a little bit less, and then as things get a little bit more expensive, they're going to have more detail. So of course, that's when you're able to determine what the dollar buys you and the price differences in materials and fabrics, in the amount of design and all of that. So we'll move into the next dress so you can compare what the dollar buys you. Wanted to show you a dress that was less expensive than the last one I had on. This gown is under $4,000, and it of course has less volume and fullness down below in the skirt, and also the amount of fabric on the train. You can also tell that this is a beaded lace. It doesn't have the crystals that was in the flowers of the one that I previously wore, but this is one piece of fabric that has been put together on different layers. You do have the sparkle layer underneath. It's a different type of sparkle layer. So those are the things to consider and the differences between the price points in this type of a gown. I'm going to put on the next dress that is more expensive than this one and the one previous so that you can compare and contrast the differences. This particular dress is over $10,000. It has an extremely unique fabric. So it has sparkle and beading and intricate detail that is truly, truly extremely unique, and we don't have another dress in store that you could compare to this type of fabric. So you are also paying for the unique material and pattern and design that has been used for this dress. This particular designer oftentimes sketches the pattern of the lace or the design of the dress and has the fabric custom made for her. So there's a little bit more intricate detail, design, and thought that has gone into a gown like this. So I wanted to show you the difference of this type of shape with detail and the various different price points and what the dollar buys you. Let's move on to the next style. Next up, we have this beauty that is under $5,000. Even though this particular dress has less volume and fabric in terms of the fullness at the bottom, I also wanted to show you a different shape and the price point and kind of explain that to you. So the top layer has a beaded lace that's all throughout the dress, and then underneath it, it actually has this chantilly lace that runs through completely the layer underneath that really adds dimension to the dress. It's super comfortable, extremely lightweight and airy, has a nice design on that back detail through there, and it's perfect for a hot summer wedding or a beach, super airy and lightweight, and truly fits wonderfully. This particular beauty is priced around $8,000. It has a super unique fabric with beading and pearl, beautiful corset, has this overskirt that is not detachable. So this stays on all night, and it's just such an effortless, glamorous, chic look. Has a really cute bow in the back. I absolutely love this particular look because it allows the bride to show off her shape and not compromise on that traditional ball gown. When you think of a bride as a little girl feel of a beautiful big tulle ball gown, this gives you the best of both worlds, where you get to see your shape and it's super elegant, classy, and sexy at the same time, which is really fun. So I think that this is a super dynamic look that you get, and obviously very fashion forward. This particular beauty is slightly under $3,000. Such a great value. Has some lace details, sparkle throughout the bodice. These bows, of course, if it's not your thing, can absolutely be taken off. You could have it just as a thin strap, or you could even knock it off entirely, have it be off the shoulder, let it be strapless. You can do a lot of different things with the neckline, and keep that in mind for any of the strapless dresses that I put on. You can always add a strap to it. It's super easy. Of course, long sleeve dresses are available too, detachable long sleeves. There are so many options. Wanted you to see the look and feel of this dress for under $3,000. Wanted to show you a sparkle ball gown. This particular gown is priced around $10,000. So the rule of thumb is the more sparkle, the more embellishment you have, the higher the pricing is naturally going to evolve and go up. Has a beautiful back and an ultimate fairy tale princess dress. This is it. This particular dress is right around $3,000. This is for all my brides out there that are looking for something super sophisticated with a modern twist at the bottom. This one's around $3,000, and I have another one that I want to show you to compare to this. This particular dress, though, does have a tulle bottom, and the next one I'm going to show you that I'm going to compare has a silk organza. So it has a different look to it. Two different vibes, two different feels, two different price points. Let's check out that last dress. Last but not least, we have this beauty that is priced around $10,000. This particular gown is actually designed for LOVELLA Bridal. It's only available in our store. And as you can see, there is a lot of detail at the bottom, a really long train, and all of that is hand done. So that's the price difference between the one prior and this one. The material, the style of the skirt is different, but again, both achieve a very similar vibe and feel. It's just personal preference. I hope that this video brought you clarity and really helped you understand different styles, shapes, silhouettes, fabrics, various price points that you find in stores. Part of the reason why I gave ranges in pricing is because there is oftentimes price increases as material costs and labor costs do go up. So please know that prices are subject to change. I hope that this video gave you some clarity and insight into what the dollar buys you when it comes to wedding dresses. For more videos and tips like these, please be sure to tune in every Wednesday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I will see you in next week's video.